Hello and welcome to the Analog Leftie. My name is Elise. As a lefty, one of the biggest considerations when getting a notebook is whether it lays flat or not. I know this could also be important for righties, but I think it's extra crucial for lefties because in a right-handed world, we would more often than not tend to write on the right-hand side of an open book, which I learned is called recto, and we can choose not to write on the left-hand side, called verso, especially if there is heavy ghosting on the paper. So for lefties, having a lay-flat notebook is important for a comfortable writing experience because we don't want to deal with a bumpy spine interfering with how we position our hands. So today, I wanted to talk about a couple of lay-flat notebooks that are also fountain pen friendly. So the first one I want to talk about is the Kokuyo Campus. Since getting into this hobby, I learned that Kokuyo is one of the big-name Japanese brands that are known for their wide array of stationery products, from planners like the Jibun Techo, pens, markers, and high-quality school supplies like loose-leaf binders and notebooks. Man, if I had these available to me when I was a kid, I'd be such a happy student. But I have adult money now, so we're good. Yeah, so this is the Kokuyo Campus notebook in the A6 size. It's also available in many other sizes and layouts, but this one is in A6. I got this from Umomo, which is like our version of Daiso here in Winnipeg, for $3.50. But you can also get it from Kokuyo's website for $7.70 for a 3-pack. So according to the Kokuyo website, the cover has a special film lining which makes it durable and also tear resistant, and it creates a surface where you could write on with a ballpoint pen. I haven't tried it and I don't think I'm gonna try it, but you can label the notebook on the lines that they provide you here, which I kind of love. You can put your name on this and put the subject of the contents of this notebook. The notebook has 48 sheets of forest certified environment friendly paper, and they are glue bound with a laminated cloth here along the spine. This is what allows for the notebook to lay flat. The binding process is actually Kokuyo's trade secret, and for good reason. It's incredible how clean and seamless the binding is, and the pages feel so secure no matter how you encourage the spine to open flat. And it doesn't I'm not scared of it like tearing out no matter how many times I crack the spine to open the notebook. Let's take a closer look at the pages because it has some really cool features on it. So as you can see, it has a subtle gray 6mm ruling, and then the top and bottom lines are blue, and you'll notice that it has these tick marks which are also 6mm apart. These marks are used to be a guide for drawing vertical lines if you want to make your page into a grid. Also, if you take a closer look at the top center here and at the bottom, you'll notice that they are small triangles, and those marks are used to depict the center line of the page. If we take a closer look here on the sides of the page as well, you'll notice these very subtle small circles which are used to be marks to equally divide your page into 4 sections. And then at the top right here, you'll notice these 2 small dots. I think this is where you can put your date. So month, day, year, or day, month, year, whatever your preferences are. And this is so cool because I love how something simple as a notebook page could be so functional and so customizable. Let's try setting that up right now. So we can draw the center line by following the triangles at the top and bottom, like that. And you can continue making your grid by just drawing a line along all those marks and so on. And then if we follow the marks on the side of the pages, you can make them even bolder. And now you have 4 equal sections. And if you want to write the date today, so today is 5/5/2025. That is your page set up right there. Now let's talk about the paper test. So the paper on the Kokuyo campus performed incredibly well with all my writing tools, including fountain pens, pencil, ballpoint pens, and gel pens, even the highlighter. There's no signs of bleeding at all at the back of the page, and the ghosting is very minimal, well, except for the Sharpie, which is expected as always. So the paper is smooth and writing feels very buttery. It's not a toothy texture. And if we take a closer look here on the fountain pens, there is no sign of feathering, and it actually showcases the shading qualities of the inks. Don't mind this like little section here on the Kokuyo. I think there's some fiber stuck on my pen, which created that like spread of ink. But yeah, it's actually a great paper for fountain pens. And also, just as an aside, you'll see that the Uniball ones work pretty well on this paper. Still quite a bit of a problem with the 0.7mm, but that's my most problematic Uniball 1 pen. But all in all, this paper performed great with all my writing tools. Next up, we have the Muji Open Flat Lined Notebook in A6. This is also available in A5 and B6. I got this from my trip in Manila back in December for 195 Philippine pesos, which is about $4.85. But you can also get it from the Muji website for $6.90. And it's just always cheaper to get things from Asia because it's closer to Japan. So the cover is a sturdy paperboard cover in plain black, which lends to a very minimalist look, which Muji is well known for. If you're unfamiliar with Muji, they are purveyors of high quality and no frills homeware, clothing, food, and stationery products. This notebook has 80 sheets of high quality recycled paper. It has 10 signatures, and each signature is stitched together and then glue bound here on the spine, and all the signatures are enclosed with a gray cardstock kind of material. in the front and back flyleaf pages. So if we take a closer look, this type of binding is what allows for the notebook to lay flat. The pages also have a 6mm ruling that go from edge to edge of the pages, and this design or layout really highlights how lay flat this notebook is. If you want, you can even write horizontally across the entire spread. Super simple, but such an effective design. In terms of the paper test, the notebook performed amazingly well with all of my writing tools. As you can see here at the back, there is no signs of bleeding except for the Sharpie, and ghosting is very minimal. I don't think there's any coating on the paper. If any, it's very minimal, and the paper is a wee bit more on the absorbent side, so the fountain pens are writing on the thicker side. But as you can see, it's also showing the shading qualities of the inks, which I love. And also, there's no signs of feathering or bleeding. Also, this paper is on the toothier side, so you get some nice feedback when writing on this notebook. And just taking a look here on our other writing tools, the Uniball ones also performed well, and everything looks great. Even the highlighter, there's no sign of bleeding on it, so I really like how this notebook performed. And there you have it. If you're looking for notebooks that lay flat, I highly recommend the Kokuyo Campus and the Muji open flat lined notebooks. These two specifically are great pocket notebook options too, and I think they're great value, especially for what you get at the price. High quality, fountain pen friendly paper with durable binding, and the Kokuyo Campus notebook offers a lot of customizability for laying out your pages. Once I finish my current long-form journal, which is a Midori MD A5 notebook, also lay flat, I'm thinking of switching to these A6 size notebooks and see how I feel. Let me know in the comments if there are other lay flat notebooks out there that are also fountain pen friendly and help your resident lefty out. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate your time and you for being here. Thank you for watching. Take care. Enjoy the summer. And I'll see you on the next one.